Hi, welcome to the Garbage Chat Show here on Buzzing Pattaya, the show we talk about things that are happening right here, right now, as well as general news, tips, information, and advice. I'm delighted. Joining me today is Harlan. How you doing, my friend?
Pleasure.
All good?
Yeah, everything's fine.
We're up here in Welcome Town on Pattaya Klang. Come up here. What a restaurant you got, my friend. What a restaurant. It's beautiful.
Well, I made it real small compared to the past restaurants that I had in Hong Kong. Just wanted to be intimate and luxurious, but relaxed.
Yeah.
I still allow people coming in with their short.
What do you mean? They're fine.
It's Pattaya.
Are you telling me I'm dressed incorrect?
No, I mean, people want to come to restaurants now. They don't want to get formal.
Yeah.
They don't want to be dressed up, but they want to be in a great environment, eat good food, have great cocktails.
I'll tell you what, you got a lovely place. So before we talk about your restaurant here, where are you from?
I'm originally born in New York, Lower East Side, Manhattan. And at 8 years old, then I went to Florida.
Yeah.
I was up, raised in Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. And then I was fortunate enough at 17, graduating high school, and went to Switzerland in the Montreux Palace to get training in the kitchen. And from there, I went to Lyon, France, and then went to Italy and came back to the States and worked in a lot of really great restaurants, because back then, I'm 62 years old now. Back then, back then when the European chefs, the great European chefs would go to America because the conditions were better to work and they had better salaries, which gave us a chance to learn. However, the punishment and abuse you have to go through with some of the greatest chefs was very tough. And, you work about 15, 16 hours a day for $200 US a month. Yeah, so it's not exactly a luxurious job or a well-paying job, but if you want to learn your craft, you need to put your dues in. And, going to school today, a culinary school today, is all great. I was raised by a single mother, so you didn't have 25,000 US for a semester of school back then, which was a fortune, So I decided to do apprenticeships and work and get hands-on experience, which, brought me to Asia in 1990, where I opened up the biggest hotel for Shangri-La International, which was called the China World Hotel. I had 12 different expatriates, Europeans working for me, 28 years old. And, to get the respect from someone who's European and also who's a lot older than you, well, I did it. I had 680 staff with Chinese, 21 restaurants, and that really was the stepping stone of the career. And then I moved on to Thailand, joined the Shangri-La in Thailand, and only worked there for about 5 or 6 months with the owner wanted me to go to Hong Kong and run his private club. So that's how my whole story went. I ran the Aberdeen Marina Club for 10 years. I then had an opportunity to get the best location in Hong Kong in the IFC Mall.
Yeah.
Someone made me with a partner that gave me 1.5 million US in 6 hours. And off we go. I opened up Harlan's in 2004.
Yeah.
IFC Financial District, and I paid the investment back in 6.5 months. Yeah, it was quite easy. I mean, when you have, in 2004, when the stock market in the Hang Seng was about 8,000 point, it had doubled already by the end of the year. Investment bankers had big budgets. They could just max out their TT entertainments, and those boys can drink good wine.
So when you were younger, I mean, at what age did you think to yourself, do you know what, I'm going to pursue being a chef?
I didn't really do that, but at 14 years old, I started off working as a dishwasher for 25 cents an hour in a Chinese restaurant called China Lane. And from there, I got into a lot of mischief as a young kid.
Yeah.
And that sort of was the discipline to get out of the bad environments and, try to learn a craft. It's a very, very, very hard profession.
I was going to ask you about that because, I mean, myself, I'm completely naive to what you guys go through in order to perfect the culinary skills that you can do. I mean, when I would think to myself, okay, I'm going to go to learn to become a chef, I mean, how demanding is it? I mean, what kind of things do you have to go through in order to reach the level?
First of all, knowing how to manage a team is very important. Like, the old days of the European, where they scream and yell and hit you and everything. Well, those days have finally stopped.
Okay.
Because no one's going to work under those conditions. But, when I was doing the training and coming up as a young, young cook, that's the conditions which you were under. Yeah, it was an extremely but, the pressure of running a restaurant, let alone one, I had 12 in Hong Kong. So, I built from one restaurant dream, it turned into 12, and it was very, very successful. And after 23 years in Hong Kong, I sold my group to my partner, and I decided, and I told my wife, okay, I'm going to retire, but we didn't know where we're going to retire. So my wife is from Taiwan. We went to Taiwan for 3 weeks. I didn't really enjoy it to say, this would be a great place for me to live. But however, we went to Chiang Mai, and 3 weeks in Chiang Mai, 3 weeks in Bangkok. And then I had said, I went to this place 26 years ago. It's not the most ideal place in the world, Pattaya, but it's got an ocean. So we came here. I love the ocean. I love fishing. I love to be on the water. So we came here, and within 6 months' time, I was bored out of my mind. I had nothing to do. And so I opened up a restaurant in Pattaya, which was called Comfort by Harlan Goldstein, and I made it very, very theatrical. I also had some mental problems in my brain, over partying, going out every night and everything, and drinking too much. So I've stopped all that now for 3 years.
Brilliant.
And, just try to stay healthy and good and relaxed and calm. Anybody would know me 4 years ago, and they see me, they ask me if I'm sick now, because I'm very relaxed and calm compared to before. But that's okay. Everybody has midlife crisis, in our life. We just have to learn every day and, keep coming along. But I opened this restaurant by accident. It was 3.5 years. I drove through the parking lot of Welcome Town. I saw a lot of empty shops. COVID did a lot of destruction throughout the world. And so I decided, okay, maybe this would be a great spot, something to do. I had called the whole entire Thai team back that worked for me, 8 staff. And they all came back and resigned immediately from their jobs. So, if you know how to work with Thai people, or Chinese people, or American people, or, UK, whoever it is, you've got to know how to manage people and be considerate to, get the team. I always have a philosophy is that I always told the team that I'm not the boss. And they said, why are you not the boss? I said, because the customer is the boss. When the customer comes to your restaurant and he enjoys your experience and he comes back again and he pays the bill, well, he deserves to be the boss, not me. So that's, learning to work with people together is super, super cool. And this restaurant, I only built it for 23 seats. I open at 5 o'clock. I close at 9:30. On the brunch, we do it, a brunch, 5 courses from around the world, changes every week. We give you a complimentary appetizer and dessert included, and you pick your dish, and it's quite easy. The last restaurant, I could bring entertainment on Sundays, which, we're being a band in and have some entertainment. But this restaurant's a little bit more smaller. And I think, overall, Pattaya and every other place in the world is just trying to get back on its feet.
Yeah, I think.
And, a lot of the visitors that have come to Pattaya, you've got to remember when you were coming from Scotland or UK or wherever you were, and your airline ticket was £8,000, it's probably like £19,000 now. So it's doubled, and, it's understandable. Prices of food have gone up. Prices of living has gone up. Everything has gone up. So, but the consumer a lot of them got hurt during that situation. So I fully understand. I try to make the price very, very comfortable for everybody. I even do a 3-course tasting menu for 1,280. So
Very cool.
if you're wanting to use very, very good ingredients, you have to understand it's expensive for good ingredients.
Yeah,
So
totally. Question I want to ask you is about your menu. I mean, you know, if I was going to open up a restaurant, not that I would ever do, but if I would, because of my lack of culinary skills, it would be like beans on toast and it would be like a full English breakfast. Because you've got that such high level of expertise in the kitchen, how hard is it for you to create the menu? Because I'm sure you must be critiquing every single dish. I mean, how do you come up with your dishes and your ideas? Is it based on your history, or is it something you think, I really want to create?
well, I think I have a good knowledge of the food from around the world. I've worked in Mexico. I've been to many different countries. The most fascinating thing for me actually is to learn different style of food. So why do I present the menu and say that I'm doing like a worldwide cuisine? Because it allows me to do many different countries, different tastes, different textures. And that's exciting for me. Like, whether I'm doing a Peruvian dish. My background is trained as a European chef, mostly in French cuisine. However, I changed my style using a lot of Italian ingredients before, and then it evolved and I kept going and changing, Even like when I opened up the restaurant, I was doing my own pastrami and corned beef, but, the process to make that, like just to make the pastrami is about 12 days in the brine. Then I have to smoke it for 7 hours. I have to steam it for 4. It's a huge process. And, if the meat's 6 kilos, you probably get about 4.5, 4.8 kilo left on the shrinkage. So it's something that hard to work with, but, as a specialty or offering some barbecue smoked brisket or something. So that's it allows me to really go all over the world and give the customer the experience of something different. And great team, great customers. I've got a really good loyal bunch that keeps coming back. And, I think in the end of September, a lot more people will start to come back into Pattaya. So it's been, the town's been extremely quiet, July and August. However, the traffic's still very, very heavy.
That's terrible. In terms of you as a customer, we go out and visit many of the restaurants around town. I mean, what do you like as a customer? Do you sit there and look at everything, or do you just try and forget that you are at the level that you are at, and you just say, do you know, I'm just going to enjoy my dinner, or do you critique everything?
No, I don't critique it at all. However, if I go to a restaurant like in Bangkok or Hong Kong or Singapore, and it's got a super high rating, then my expectations will be very, very high. However, in Pattaya, when I go to a restaurant, if I enjoy it, I go back. And, I have a experience again and again. However, if I didn't enjoy it, I might wait a little bit, go back again, try it again and see if it improved. And if not, I don't say anything and I just don't go back. Because at the end of the day, a customer has a choice. If you go to a place and you felt, oh, that was a great experience, the staff were friendly, the food was good, the value was nice, they offered something unique, then you like to go back to that. And in Pattaya, there's very few restaurants that I can really say, like, wow, this is unbelievable.
But been at McDonald's?
Yeah, it used to be a long time ago. But so what I'm trying to say is that you have a choice, and I think personally in Pattaya, I think it's getting better slowly and improving, and the roads are getting better, and the clientele's getting better. We want, I really don't want to say it in a negative way, but I'm hoping that we really keep upgrading everything here. And if it does get a little bit more expensive, then we can sort of have that kind of clientele go to Cambodia and let them enjoy that, because, you might say everybody's saying like, it's the Cheap Charlie's that come here. Well, Cheap Charlie's restaurants has two now, and they're packed. So that tells you something. Tells you something about the clientele that's coming, is that they're very, very budget orientated, but not all. About 10% want to go out and have a really good time.
Yeah. What's your most popular dish on your menu?
I think right now I use this Wagyu flank steak, and I serve it with the mac and cheese with a truffle flavor inside and with a 3 peppercorn sauce that people seem to really enjoy. And, it's just everything. The menu is short, it's tight, but it changes all the time. And that's, everything changes, but I don't change certain things. They've got to stay on the menu because people, they request that. They want that.
Yeah. So away from the restaurant, away from doing what you do, how do you relax?
I like training a lot. I enjoy boxing. I enjoy riding. I like to drive that, and go out on a ride. And that's what I like to do. I like to go fishing, and I also like to go to restaurants and eat and experience something unique and different. So
when you go to some of the restaurants here, I mean, obviously you're a very well-known character. So when you go in there thinking, he's going to be looking at me food now, quick, mate, up your game, make sure you're up your game. No, pretty chilled out. What do you think when other restaurateurs coming here?
I'm happy. I'm proud.
Yeah.
I'm proud that they would come here and try it. And, I do have a few of the other restaurant people come here. They want to try, and everyone's always curious when you open a place. They want to go on, he just opened this, what is he doing? And it's normal, I think.
Yeah. So obviously you're very well established here. You've got a fantastic reputation. I mean, the food here is phenomenally good. In terms of away from here, I mean, do you ever see yourself relaxing and chilling out and actually saying, do you know what, I'm done? I mean, would you take one of your members here and train them and teach them to try to follow in your footsteps rather than when you say I'm done?
I'm very fortunate. When I was young and didn't have any money and worked, many, many hours a day just to survive, I am financially well off right now. So this is not really a business for me.
Okay.
This is what you call passion or hobby without being snobbish.
Yeah.
It's something what I really enjoy to do. I love cooking. It allows me, if I come at 3:00 in the afternoon and I create some dishes and we have 10 or 15 customers, I'm more than happy with that.
Yeah.
So it's not a question of like, oh my God, it's a slow season now. What are we going to do and stuff like that. So that's not the point at all. And I always wondered, like when I was young, around 30, and I was seeing all these rich people buying restaurants just for entertainment. So now I understand what it is. I also have I have 8 full-time staff here for like 15 or 20 customers. So anybody in their right mind would say what kind of business model is this? Wait a minute, he opens at 5, closes at 9:30. He's got 8 staff. He's doing 15 to 20 customers a night. But it's okay. I like working with them. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Good people. I mean, obviously they came back after working with me for 3 years and came back again after 3.5 years. It was so. I was really, really frustrated and bored during the COVID, man. I'm not the type of person that wants to go to a pub every day and drink.
When you're at home, who does the cooking?
My wife, actually, I ate some of my wife's black pepper chicken last night, and it was outstanding.
I bet she must be nervous as hell.
Nah, she.
Oh, you go, me, go do it. There you go.
She's typical. She cooks all. She's Chinese from Taiwan, and she cooks a lot of healthier style dishes and stuff. So,
do you ever dabble in Thai food? Do you ever make Thai food?
I'm very good at Thai food, but I won't do it here because, I don't want to do Thai food here. But if you look up my past history, I had a restaurant called My Thai Thai, and I learned the chef that I brought with me from Bangkok is still at the Aberdeen Marina Club now for almost 30 years. And she was cooking for the royal family. So I learned cooking with her. and then I evolved with it, and then I modernized it. But I didn't want to do it here. But I can cook really amazing Thai food.
There you go. See, you heard it here. We're nearly at the end. I could sit and talk to you for hours, but we can't talk about that. But we're really, you're a very interesting guy. I ask everyone this question. So we've got a guy watching the channel now, never ever been to Pattaya before, never been to Thailand, coming here for the very first time. And I say, son, put your bags down there, come and sit next to Harlan. What would be your one piece of advice for the first timer coming here to this city?
I think just try to behave yourself a little bit, because it can be very dangerous getting out. And, I see a lot of people just really go down the hill when they come here. It is Sin City, but it is cleaning up a lot. So, but it's got such a beautiful, different sections of Pattaya. If you want to go down to the red zone, you can go to the red zone. If you want to go to the beauty zone, you go to the beauty zone. So that's what I like about Pattaya. It has all different sections for everyone.
Brilliant.
But words of advice, I guess, don't fall in love with a bar girl, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
You mean to say people fall in love with them? Really? Really, after what? 10 days, I'm in love. She's different. She's different. Oh, dear. This has been absolutely bad. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, this bank account's empty. Well, you heard it here from Harlan, and we say this all the time, just keep it real, guys. Don't fall in love. Anyway, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure.
Guys, I will put all the information down below for the restaurant here. Like you say, 5 till 9, 7 days a week.
No, we're off on Mondays.
Monday.
And Sunday we do our blackout run.
Okay, so check out the link down below in the description, guys. All the information will come up. Honestly, it's a fantastic setup. It really is very nice. The food's, as you can imagine, the food is excellent. So just come up, check it out. And who knows, you can be sitting there next to this man. He'll tell you a lot more things that he probably can't tell you on here. But anyway, I'll leave that for you two to discuss. All right, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please, as always, remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Have a look on our Discord. It's over 14,000 members on there now. It's going with strength to strength. So please have a look on there. It's totally free of charge. It's packed full of information, all different restaurants, hotels, etc. So have a look on Discord. Check out our Instagram and our TikTok accounts. The links will be down below. We do lots of snippets now. So we're coming to different restaurants, different hotels, and we're doing you literally 15 to 30-second videos just to give you a quick snapshot of what's going on here in the city. And if you'd like to support the channel, there is a link on our members' website, buzzingpattaya.com. Have a look on the left-hand menu, and it will show you there what I can't show you on here. All right, that's it from me. That's it from Harlan. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.